This plant looks brittle and brown, entirely spent, but it has entered an active survival strategy to endure the harshest hillsides of Cape Town. This is a resurrection plant in its dormant state. During a severe drought, it deliberately shuts down non-essential functions to survive without dying. Biologists call this process strategic dormancy. Humans often do the opposite. When we hit a period of burnout, grief, or financial scarcity, we try to act like evergreens. We push ourselves to perpetually grow and produce. That pressure is what causes us to permanently break. To prevent that collapse, we are going to execute a 4-step strategic pause plan. This process strips away non-essential demands on your time to conserve energy for a future season. Pausing is a prerequisite for future flourishing. Grab your calendar and a notebook. We are going to begin the shutdown sequence. Step 1. Identify a maximum of 3 non-negotiable tasks required for survival. Delete everything else. Biologists call this the internal glass theory. Facing dehydration, the resurrection plant replaces internal moisture with sugars, creating a rigid, glass-like structure to protect its DNA. Apply this biological rule to your own schedule. If an item on your list is for growth or advancement instead of basic survival, you must aggressively cut it. You might feel a sense of failure as you step back from good opportunities. However, letting go of non-essential commitments during a drought is a requirement for survival. Stability in a crisis comes from rigid protection of your foundation, not the fluid pursuit of exhausting new goals. Step 2. Identify the tasks you are doing purely to keep up appearances or please external committees. In agriculture, there is a trap known as senescence. When crops are pushed to the brink by drought, they burn their last reserves of energy on a final, desperate flower before collapsing entirely. This mirrors the human habit of martyrdom. We often sacrifice our core health and burn our last remaining energy just to appear successful or helpful to others. To avoid this, draft a polite but firm no template. Use it to immediately decline these specific external demands on your energy. Refusing to perform summer behavior in winter protects your future. It ensures you do not trade your life for an audience's approval. Step 3. Reduce your public exposure. Turn on your phone's focus modes and set an out-of-office responder for non-urgent emails. This mirrors a counterintuitive biological fact. During a drought, sunlight becomes toxic to a plant. Without water to process the incoming energy, sunlight creates dangerous reactive molecules that shred the plant's internal structures. Public attention and social media notifications create a similar kind of toxic friction when you are going through a personal drought. When you lack the emotional resources to process external inputs, you must deliberately curl inward to stop the mental damage. Choosing isolation deploys an intelligent shield against the weight of public visibility. Step 4. Establish one tiny, low-energy daily habit. This could be walking for 10 minutes or reading 2 pages of a book. Resurrection plants survive extreme conditions by activating the seed code, dormant survival genes that are usually reserved only for their offspring. These tiny actions act as internal mechanisms that store your identity for the future. They keep your core alive, independent of how much you produce. Do not track this habit as a metric of progress. This is about preservation, not improvement. Human revival relies on stored memory meeting opportunity when conditions eventually improve. Keeping this tiny baseline alive guarantees you are preserving the blueprint of who you are, ready to be reactivated when your environment allows for growth again. Your newly emptied calendar might look like stagnation or failure to the outside world. This scorched hillside mirrors your internal reality. You are navigating harsh conditions by using an active conservation mode to protect your life. Maintain your strategic pause plan. Aggressively protect your hidden green until your personal drought ends. Ultimately, true strength is defined not by constant visible growth, but by the discipline to wait perfectly intact for the rain.